Hey everybody, welcome to another Spikey Saturday on the Leek. I'm John as always, and as usual, we're going to hop on into a Khans of Tarkir Swiss draft and see how we can do. I actually this morning did a 4-3-2-2 that I wish I had recorded because I 3-0'd it with a really good Boros deck, splashing I think 2 blue spells, and they were both a free Weapon Master. It worked out really well. I definitely wish I recorded it. I'm hoping that kind of goes along into this draft, but we'll see. Let's jump into this queue and let's see if it fires right away or if we have to wait around. One more person, come on, you can do it. Join in, you know you want to. I have to say I'm definitely enjoying Khans of Tarkir. I liked Theros. I liked it a lot more than some people seem to have. There's been a fair bit of hate about it. I definitely like it a lot more than M15. I hated M15. Wasn't a big fan of M14, but I hated Return to Ravnica, so it's pretty nice to have a block that I really, truly enjoy, especially because I started with Innistrad, which was just absolutely amazing. There we go. There's our 8th person. So let's see what we're going to start with. Is it something good? No, it's not. Trail of Mystery. Well, if it was Wednesday, we would have taken that and gone the Morph deck. We've got an Ice Feather Aven, which is pretty good. 2 colors. Not preferable, but pretty good. Sandstep Citadel is first pickable. Trilands are pretty good. We also have an Arrow Storm. Crippling Chill, Mardu Skull Hunter. Well, the Ice Feather Aven is tempting. That lets me consider Temur or Sultai. And it is just a solid card. I think it's going to be the pick here. I am considering the Mardu Skull Hunter just to stay monocolored for my first pick. It is a pretty good card. Not on the power level of Ice Feather Aven, but it is that monocolor. Arrow Storm I could pick as well. It is monocolor. It's 2 red, but that's okay. It's a solid removal spell. But I think we'll probably just go with the Ice Feather Aven, just purely on power. We'll see if we stick in green-blue, but we're going to take that. We get past an Armament Core. That's quite good. Also a Ride Down, a Valley Dasher, Dragoneye Savant, Hate Blade. We've got a lot of picks here. I think the best card is probably Armament Core, but that does put you straight into Abzan. Mardu Hateblade is quite solid. Ride Down is good. Dragoneye Savant is the only thing that goes with our Ice Feather Aven currently. It's an 06, which blocks almost everything until they get super outlasted. The look at your opponent's hand is whatever. It's not useful really. But it's just kind of a nice little boost. And of course it's a 2-2 as long as you want it to be when you have it morphed. I'm actually considering that as my pick here, just to kind of cut blue a little bit. But it's not a pick I'm happy with. Yeah, we'll take it though. We'll see how the blue road goes. Let's see. We have Dragon Throne of Tarkir is too expensive. I just don't like it. We've got a War Shrieker, an Anok Tracker, and a free Weapon Master. I'm tempted by the Weapon Master. It puts us into Jeskai, but I really, really, really like Weapon Master. Soothsayer I'm not a big fan of. It kind of goes with what we have here, but it does put us into Sultai. Hordling Outburst is alright-ish. Not a big fan of any of these picks, to be honest. If I ignored what I had, the best card in this pack would probably be Weapon Master. That does go with my Savant, and I could splash for Weapon Master, or I could splash for the Aven. Yeah, I guess I'll do it. Let's take the Weapon Master. Let's see what we get. We get a Mardu Charm. That's pretty good. A Pine Walker is very nice. Singing Bell Strike, Smite. I think we just take the Pine Walker here, which does put us back into the green-blue route, which kind of is us sort of fiddling back and forth, which I need to stop soon. The Mardu Charm, I think, is just past us at this point. We haven't taken any black. We haven't taken any white, minus that 1 mana symbol in the Weapon Master. Jeskai Student's not good. Singing Bell Strike, you can get those whenever you want them, basically. Yeah, let's go with the Pine Walker. Sultai Ascendancy, I don't think I like. At the beginning of your upkeep, look at the top 2 cards, put them in your graveyard or top of your library in any order. That's pretty good. It's kind of like double Thassa with a slight upside, even, that you can throw the things away. We might actually take it and just go the Sultai route. We do have a Jeskai Wind Scout. And a Mardu Horde Chief. But I think we're going to have to pass up on the white. So Sultai Ascendancy or Jeskai Wind Scout. Well, Sultai Ascendancy pushes us into black. And we haven't decided on black yet. So let's take the Wind Scout and still stay a bit open. Well, that would push us into Temur. Or we can just take the Woolly Loxodon, which is a solid vanilla morph. And I think we'll take that. And just continue to stay a little bit open. Let's sideboard that Weapon Master for the time being. And let's move that to the 3-drops. Not much here. Singing Bell Strike. As I said, you can get those whenever you want them. Whirlwind Adept I don't like. Jungle Hollow, if we do end up Sultai, could be a good pickup. I think we'll take it, because we do have, probably a 50-50 chance of being Sultai. Although we did just pass the Sultai Ascendancy, so who knows what we'll get in pack 2. No, I think I just talked myself out of it. Let's take the Singing Bell Strike. Let's stay on the 2-color plan as long as we can. Waterwhirl's a very good pickup. It's expensive, but its effect is pretty powerful, especially at instant speed. And I don't think there's anything else here for us. There's a Scout the Borders, which is alright. Tusk Colossadon. Colossadon. Don't think I'd play it. Let's take the Waterwhirl. I will play that. Alpine Grizzly, Dragon Scale Boon. Dragon Scale Boon's probably a bit better. And you can get a Grizzly whenever you want it. Nothing else I'd take here. Valley Dasher would push us Temur, and I think it's better than the Sambar. So let's flirt with Temur here. Dragon Throne came back around. I guess I'll take it. I don't know if I'll play it. It's 4 to cast and 3 to equip. 2 to activate. Let's take it, but let's sideboard it for now. So we've got Highland Game, which I guess we'll take. It's in our 2 major colors. We haven't decided on Sultai yet. We haven't taken anything to push us Sultai. Plus that needs white to activate anyway, so let's take the Highland Game. Swift Kick, I guess. Not going to look to play that, but we have it. Goblin Slide ain't going to get played at all. And a Forest. And let me fix these up a little bit. So a quick trick if you're not familiar with it. If you put a morph guy that has not a 3 casting cost in the 3 slot, it'll really mess up your picks. Your picks will go into random places, and it's kind of annoying to sort them. But if you put a 3-drop at the bottom, an actual 3-drop, everything will sort properly automatically. Kind of a just quick little tip there. We've got a Doom Blast, which is very nice, but very not our colors. A Nomad Outpost, which is also very not our colors. Unfortunately, we are looking for green or blue, and then probably red. So Longshot Squad is looking like the best pick here, I think. The only other green is Seek the Horizon, which is pretty good. And Archer's Parapet, which is not good if you don't have black. Blue, we have a single card in Disdainful Stroke. That will wheel, I can almost guarantee it. Red, we've got a Leaping Master, which we would need white for. We're not going to take a red-white land. We're not going to take a blue-white land. We're not going to push into Sultai to take a Sidisi's Pet, so Longshot Squad it is. So you see that Longshot Squad jumped right there into the 4-drop slot like it should have. I wish we were Mardu. There's an Ankle Shanker. Very, very good. So we've got a Teamer Charm, which is what we are most likely going to end up being. We've got a Teamer, or sorry, not a Teamer Charger, a Snowhorn Rider. We have a green-blue duel, but I think I want the Teamer Charm over that. There's also a Sagu Archer that I'd like. So Teamer Charm, target creature you control gets +1/+1 till end of turn. It fights, quite good. Counter target spell unless its controller pays 3. Generally pretty good. Creatures with power 3 or less can't block this turn. Probably not that useful, pretty situational. But we will take that, and we will kind of cement ourselves into Teamer. We've got a Force Away, Sagu Archer, Valley Dasher. I like the Force Away, I think. We've got 8 creatures. We need to keep an eye on that, of course. But I think we take the Force Away here. We already have a Valley Dasher. We've seen a Sagu Archer go by already. Stubborn Denial, I don't know how to feel about it. You counter target non-creature spell unless its control pays 1. So it's, I can't think of the exact name of the card, but it's a common effect in Magic's history. But if you have a creature that has power 4 or greater, it's just counter spell for 1, which is really good. But so far, it's only going to activate off of Pinewalker, an Outlasted Longshot Squad, something that Dragon Scale Boon has hit, or an unmorphed Woolly Loxodon, which isn't great. I think it's more of a Sultai card, despite the Ferocious keyword, where you're going to have those big creatures and you're going to be looking to counter things. So I'm going to go with the Force Away. I'm probably going to end up wanting to be a bit more aggressive. We get a Tuskguard Captain, which is really good. It's another of the Outlast cards. It's a 2/3 and gives everything with a counter trample. So that goes with our Longshot Squad, and it goes with our Dragon Scale Boon as well. It's also a 2/3 for 3, which is just pretty good. Other than that, we have a Savage Punch, and not much else. So Tuskguard Captain is kind of an easy pick here. Secret Plans, I don't think we have enough morphs to consider that. Actually, let's get this guy over here where he belongs. We've got 3 morphs. No, not even going to consider that. Not when there's a Crippling Chill or a Thornwood Falls. I think I really like Crippling Chill. It's really, really good. But I think we're going to take the dual land here just while it's available. We've got an Awaken the Bear, and that's all. Nothing else. We're not red-white. Blinding Spray is bad. Leaping Master, not that good if you don't have white. We don't have black. I guess we could take the dual land instead of Awaken the Bear. We have 3 red cards at the moment, one that I'm looking to cut. Let's go with Awaken the Bear. It's possible we just go blue-green. It could happen. We've got Rakshasa Vizier. Whenever one or more cards are put into exile from your graveyard, so whenever you delve, it gets counters. No, we're not going to be pushing into Sultai for that. I think we just take the Valley Dasher here, which does push us into the truly Teamer, I think. But we'll see what happens. Let me actually get the Swift Kick out. We have a Scaldkin, a Scion of Glaciers, which I think is the pick here. Surprised to see it so late, too. It's a solid card, 2/5 for 4, that you can make into a 6/1. Pretty good. Yeah, I think we'll take that over the War Shrieker. Let's see. We have a Seek the Horizon, which is you get to look for 3 and put them in your hand. 3 basic land cards, that is. It's okay. It's not great. We'll take it and probably look to get rid of it. Another Thornwood Fall, sure. Scout the Borders, I guess. It's kind of like Seek the Horizon, except, well, yeah, it's a fair bit different than Seek the Horizon, actually. It's more like Satyr Wayfinder and whatnot, where you can show the top 5 cards of your library, you get a creature or a land, and then you throw the rest away into your graveyard. So you can get lucky or you can get unlucky with it. We'll take it, but we almost definitely won't play it. Yeah, we'll take the Disdainful Stroke here. It's okay to main deck 1, but not terribly excited by it. We'll take the Anok Tracker. If we do end up Teamer, it will probably get played. But depending on what we get, we still have the option to go straight blue-green. The only red card pushing me is really the Teamer Charm. The Valley Dashers are just kind of okay. Trap Essence. Counter target creature spell. Put 2+1/+1 counters on up to 1 creature. Not that great. Other than that, we just have a Force Away, really. And I think I probably want the second Force Away instead of this card here. 3 mana of 3 different colors, counter spell, and red is probably going to be very weak in my deck, so I think we'll just go for the Force Away. I do need to grab some creatures because I have potentially 3 to replace if I do cut red. Mystic of the Hidden Way is definitely a creature I would take, but there's also a Long Shot Squad. That's tough. If I do stay red, there's a Canyon Lurker. There's also a Snowhorn Rider. I think I want the Mystic here, though. And he's a morph. Let's get him over here. Meandering Tower Shell. I've tried it before. I don't want to try it again, but I might. Is there anything else here? There's another Force Away. I think 3 is too many. There's another Highland Game. There's a Bloodfire Mentor. An Active Treason. Yeah, let's go with the big turtle. River Wheel Aerialists. That I like to see. Also a Teamer Charger. We're going to take the River Wheel here. That's not going to come back, unfortunately, but I'd like it. Same with the Archer, for sure. But yeah, River Wheel Aerialist is just really solid. Master the Way would keep us Teamer, but there's a Crippling Chill. Let's get the Tracker out. And let's get a Dasher out. So let's take the Crippling Chill. Keru Lichlord. We could splash a black for it, I guess. So it's a 4/4 for 6. And at the beginning of your upkeep, you can pay 2 and a black. So if we're able to cast it, we can pay for that. And then you get a creature back. It gets Flying, Trample, and Haste until end of turn, and then goes away. No, we've got another Mystic Hidden Way. Let's not get too fancy. So with that Mystic, we can cut a Valley Dasher, and we're blue-green. We are a 2-color deck in Khans of Tarkir. Alpine Grizzly is the pick here, or just the Thornwood Falls. How many Thornwood Falls do we have? We already have 2. So I'm okay with the Grizzly. And let's cut that Teamer Charm, and let's just go solidly green-blue, which of course means we can comfortably play 23 cards instead of 22. Treasure Cruise, would that replace anything I have? Well, it would replace the Disdainful Stroke, I think. Or we could just take the sideboard Windstorm. Yeah, let's go sideboard Windstorm. So I'm surprisingly happy with this deck that we ended up 2 colors with some pretty good stuff in it. Things that I'm still looking to maybe replace would be Disdainful Stroke. Highland Game could be traded for a better creature. Nothing here is going to do it, unfortunately. Let's take the Cancel, I guess. I maybe wouldn't mind getting rid of the Seek the Horizon for another creature. Otherwise, I'm totally okay with this. Tygum Scheming. Not going to play it. Let's take the Active Treason. Just in case our deck is just absolutely terrible, maybe I'll sideboard into a bit of red. Witness the Ages instead of Seek the Horizon. That's interesting. I'm going to do it. Let's get Seek the Horizons out. Another Singing Bell Strike? Sure. Dutiful Return, why not? Rakshasa's Secret and a basic land. So yeah, we did it. 23 all totally playable spells in 2 colors. And this is not Wacky Wednesday. We didn't even try to force it. Well, we tried to force it slightly there at the end. But even getting 2 blue-green dual lands, very, very good. So let's see. That's a morph. Oops, that's not a morph. Come on. That's a morph. Get out of there, turtle. That's a morph. That's a morph. And that's a morph. So we've got 2 drops and 3 drops. 3 4-drops, a 5-drop, and 2 6-drops. Pretty good. Dragon Throne of Tarkir. So you cast it for 4, and then it sits on the battlefield. You equip something for 3. You then have to pay 2 and tap the creature that it's on. And that creature gets Defender, by the way. Pay 2, tap the creature that's on. Other creatures you control gain trample and get +X/+X until end of turn, where X is the creature's power. It actually would be kind of cool on the Meandering Turtle Shell. Have the turtle sit on the throne and then give all... Is it all creatures? It's not attacking creatures. It's all creatures. Give them all trample and +5/+5. So we could give them +5/+5. We could give them +4/+4. +3/+3, maybe +4/+4. That would be interesting. It would be a lot of mana, but you could give +6/+6 technically. Throwing Awaken the Bear on something that has Dragon Throne on would be interesting. I think I might actually try Dragon Throne out in favor. It's power, right? Not toughness. Yeah, power. Let's throw out the Disdainful Stroke and throw in the Dragon Throne just to try it out. I haven't actually fully tried it. I've badmouthed it a lot, but I haven't actually played it. We'll see if it's as bad as I think it is. So we've got 2 Force Away, Swing Bell Strike for basically removal. The Highland Games is still a little bit weak, but oh well. I think that's what we have. So let's throw in our 2 duels and check out the lands. So we're looking at 8/7. Haven't seen that makeup in a while. 2-color deck. 8/7 sounds good to me. And there's our deck. We are playing Simic in Khans of Tarkir. So I will see you guys back here for round 1, and we'll see how we can do.